29, 30. I'm going to start with the shadow card. Okay, so the shadow card is the Four of Wands, which is all about your happiness, your emotional stability. It's about home. It's about any important place that makes you feel included, supported. It can represent parties. It can represent birthdays. It can represent weddings, social gatherings, anything that feels happy and joyful, right? But just in general, it's just all about your happiness. So we're going to take a look at that. What is your heart's content this month? So it looks like you have a theme here with the Lovers card. Love is about like being vulnerable with another person. It's a card of intimacy, vulnerable communication, being very honest, and it's a card of deep connections, right? It's people that you love. And it comes up for you on Easter, right? Easter Sunday, I think, is the 1st. So it looks like, matters of the heart, matters of love, people that you love, also different types of love. It doesn't necessarily have to just be romantic love. I do see the heart indicated here then on the on the 2nd. So it looks like there is a little bit of a complication here. It looks like this can be sadness. I get there's an element of jealousy, okay? Or envy or jealousy. If the Lovers card followed by the 3 of Swords, this can be sadness. I'm not seeing a breakup. I'm seeing the Devil card, which is more like fears surrounding relationships. I do get an element of jealousy. That's the energy I'm picking up on. So that looks like how you begin April. Then it looks like you move on, you move beyond it. You have then faith that comes through and you're like, you know what? I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but it's like having faith, having hope that, you can have what you want, that you can still achieve your heart's desire. It's receiving the blessings from above. So it looks like you have angels, guides that are there to comfort you or to reassure you, that good things can also happen around the corner and not be so swept up with fears, right? So it looks like then Thursday, you have some sort of overwhelming energy. I always see this as being a burdensome. It feels like a part of you has been struggling. If any of you have been struggling within a relationship, if it's been off and on, if it's been tense for a while, you might come to the point where you're like, I just want to give up, I want to quit. But it doesn't look like you do that. It looks like you then, this is a card of like picking yourself up by the bootstraps. It's sheer grit and determination, the strength to see things through. It's also overcoming any fears that rise up again. It looks like you're learning how to manage the beast, right? Manage the fears here. And it looks like you're, again, a little bit maybe facing disappointments where you're just like, meh, it's not so great, or I'm not so happy, and I'm not happy with my options right now. So it feels more like matters of the heart. Cups usually have to do with that. The Lovers, the Heart card, you have some fears, hopes, feeling burdened or overwhelmed, like you want to quit, but it's also, overcoming any sort of temptations for like lesser vibrational energy to engage in that. Okay. So it looks like matters of the heart for the first week. Then you have the Emperor. This is the Husband card. It's the father. It's the boss. It doesn't have to be a male, but it's anybody who's in charge. This can be you. This can be you're just taking care of all of your responsibilities. Other people relying on you, actually. You feel responsible for other people. So this energy is coming up on Sunday. Okay, Monday, I see quarrels, arguments. The Emperor and the King of Pentacles feels like it's the same person. And you have this here in between. So it feels like a little bit of anger or bitterness that there's someone that's coming up here. It could be, again, this lover's energy. So if you have a committed partner, if you're in a marriage, or it feels like there's just misunderstandings that lead to quarrels. Mercury is in retrograde, so anytime I see verbal cards, especially ones that look nasty, I would just sort of caution that you be aware that this energy existing, and do things to sort of help that. So don't make assumptions, ask questions, ask for confirmation, that sort of thing. So you don't run into unnecessary miscommunications, right? Okay, so here again, we have the communication card, follows the King of Pentacles, asking for clarity. Okay, this person has something to say, but they don't, actually, the King of Pentacles doesn't really shout often. He's more of a mellow energy. He's grounded. He's earthy, right? Easygoing. Very much about routine. Very confident and comfortable in his body, and just, tends to let things sort of roll off his back. Looks like he says something. This person is saying something to you, and it just depends. Are you listening? Doesn't look like he's going to say it multiple times. He's not going to shout. It just looks like there's a little bit of information that slips in. It's like, listen, here is the message for you. The Moon card looks like, okay, a little bit of, this feels like cycles, but it feels like a little bit of an emotional roller coaster. Again, be aware of any emotions that come up, any sort of misunderstandings. This is also representative of fear of the unknown. Okay. Then you have the Ten of Cups. I would say this feels to me between the Moon and the Five of Pentacles. It's like if things aren't great in your life, it's like you're looking for the silver lining. You're looking for what is great. What do I appreciate? And focusing on that, and maybe magnifying the little things that you are grateful for, because it looks like, you may have some sort of argument where it makes you feel left out, or you're not then engaging with that person anymore because of some misunderstanding. It looks like that's possible. Okay, Three of Wands come in. So then it looks like if there's a pause in action where you're not hearing from somebody, it looks like then here the messages come in after about maybe 3 days. The King of Cups. So this person is in a better place where they're more more vulnerable again. Here's the vulnerability. Their heart is open. Okay. But they also have their own lessons. It looks like they're sort of struggling with being open as well, and wanting to be stubborn and protective. It feels like a little bit of an inconsistent energy, and it feels like an inconsistent dynamic between the two of you. Be careful that it doesn't become unhealthy patterns, okay? But it looks like whatever energy, this sort of stubborn energy that comes in, it looks like you're then able to negotiate here and sort of rewrite the script, rewrite the rules. It looks like you're then working better together as a team. This looks like in your love life and possibly in work as well. I see friends also giving you good advice, having your back. And it looks like you're then able to sort of manage things a little bit better and see things from the other person's point of view with this. Okay, more important conversations, more messages coming in here. Then on Friday the 20th, it looks like you have news coming, important emails, something to look forward to. I see it like it has something to do with news of self-improvement, or news of work and an opportunity then for some money. It is on the weekend, so it feels like it could be a side gig, a side opportunity, or a side job. Ace of Pentacles looks like you got a little bit of income coming in here on Sunday, or a gift there. You then, it's like a one-time thing you paid. You could buy something as well. Seven of Swords. Okay, this is sort of a sneaky energy. Okay, here you go. This is what I'm seeing then with this energy, Monday, Tuesday. It's like be invisible. Be stealthy like a fox. It's about camouflage. It's about not being seen. It's about being discreet. That will get you pretty far. Doesn't look like you want a lot of attention this week, and there's probably a reason for that. It's like, okay, leave early, come in early, leave early, be silent, work alone, be meditative, that sort of thing. You've got the Queen of Swords here. Looks like you might want to avoid the Queen of Swords. Okay, the Queen of Swords and the Death card is an ending, okay? This person may discourage you if you tell her your plans. Maybe that's why you're wanting to avoid that. It's like silence is pretty golden here at the end of the month. Okay, so there could be something that gets off the ground. It could be a new project or something. This is online things. So it's like you could be promoting something. You're corresponding with people online, or it's like communicating back and forth. It either takes off in the air or it doesn't. Okay, it looks like there's somebody, the Queen of Swords, may end up discouraging you or giving you bad advice the 4th week here. And it just looks like, well, there's the end of that. It looks like competitiveness, like a competitive energy. Okay? So wanting to just sort of fly under the radar a little bit. Do your thing, but don't make waves with other people because you could become a target if they notice that you're doing well. That's sort of the energy that I'm seeing here. All in all, it feels like you're focusing on what makes you happy this month. What really makes you happy? What do you really want? Like focusing on what your heart's content is. Okay? I'm going to then draw a card from the Fairies Tarot Oracle deck as a supplemental message. This card sort of came falling out. Actually, both of these came falling out. The Hermit and the Eight of Summer. Seeing the Hermit here. Not seeing the Eight of Cups anywhere. But this is like, okay, it's retreating, being by yourself. It's like wanting some alone time. I think that's what the cards are sort of reiterating. But since I didn't draw it fell out. I'm going to actually draw the card. Let's see. Pick one, select one. For April, for Cancer. Here we go. Queen of Wands. Brilliant, loyal, talented, friendly. Believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you. Maintain a balance between work and home life. Okay. I see the home here. If you're the Queen of Wands, you make your own happiness. Okay? Happiness is a choice. Okay? And it's being happy for no reason. That's really the point here. It's like once you have reasons to love something or somebody, then it becomes contingent upon your reasoning. Same thing with happiness. If you have a reason to be happy and that reason or that thing then falls away, then you're no longer happy. You're at like the whims of circumstantial things that you cannot control. This just looks like it comes from within. And just being, even if you're feeling bored or discontented in your relationship or something at work, it just looks like, you know what, believe in yourself, believe in your talents, your capabilities. You have a lot to offer. You are, just working on being confident. I'm also seeing like swans. So again, self-worth, attractiveness, beauty, knowing that you are attractive, knowing that you, are worthy of having what you want. It comes from within. It looks like you decide that. You are in control. Don't forget your power, right? Okay. So I'm going to draw a goddess card. Okay, to see who is with you for the month of April and what her message is. Okay. There we go. Goddess Diana. Diana the Huntress. I believe this is Artemis. So it is time to hunt for what gives you strength. Goddess of the hunt. You're searching out what makes you happy. You're searching out what makes you feel strong. And if you are the Queen of Spring, it just looks like you are able to create it or find it. She's very resourceful. Okay, so you're looking for something that inspires you, that makes you happy, and you're determined to find it this month.